Hey writers, so I know I've been talking a lot lately about my upcoming masterclass, The Author's Edge, and I wanted to give you a little more detail about what's involved so you have a better idea of what the scope of this whole thing is. So it is going to be Saturday, April 5th, 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern, and it's going to be 6 hours, a full day of talking about branding, marketing, and networking specifically. And this is for the author who is new out the gate. Maybe you got a book or two, and you're just trying to find a way to widen your audience and maybe get over being nervous going to industry events where you have to put yourself out there and networking. It's also for the veteran, seasoned writer who has been doing this a long time, doesn't really like social media, knows that they need to promote their books because they're trying to build a career or keep the career going, and is trying to figure out a way to adapt and adjust to this weird, strange new world we're in. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about branding as an author, how to build your brand properly so that the right audience finds you and that you are connecting properly the way you need to connect with this audience so that you can basically find your ideal reader and they can find you and you can engage and communicate and share the love of writing and your stories. We're also going to talk about marketing, and I know people just hate marketing. As writers especially, we hate it, but we also understand if we want to have a career doing this, we need to do the marketing, and I do it in a non-salesy kind of way. And that's my whole point. As writers, we're different. We're built different. We don't want to be salesmen. We don't want to, get on there and, hey, buy my book. There's other ways, lots of other ways to get the word out about your work, get the word out about you that are not salesy, that actually can be fun and engaging. And lastly, for the networking part, if you're nervous at events, industry events, if you are awkward, I have the formula for you. The way I do it is going to help you get over it and steadily learn to be comfortable to the point where you're going to actually look forward to these events and look forward to meeting new people. And I know that sounds like a lot because as authors and writers, we tend not to want to do these things, but follow what I do and you will be comfortable in any room. And you'll be comfortable talking to any person in that room. And networking to me is really building genuine relationships. They can be business relationships, they can become friendships, a support system. You're helping them, they're helping you, that kind of thing. That's what networking is to me. And I'm going to help you navigate that into that part of the industry and learn that for yourselves. So that brings me to who am I? Why do I have the authority to talk about these things? Well, I am the author of a best-selling sci-fi series. It's a trilogy now, but there's more books coming. I am the author of a Dungeons & Dragons novel that is coming in May of this year. I am a screenwriter who has had several writing assignments. One of my scripts has been filmed. It's in post-production now. I have been hired to write pilots. I have been hired to write features. I have been hired to edit and consult on scripts. I have been marketing my own work for 10 years. That is 10 years in the trenches of figuring out how to best market my writing in the social media environment. And that started with, I'm just going to lay it all out. That started with my first book. That was with a hybrid publisher who basically said I needed to crowdfund for my first novel to raise $3,000 to take that money, and they would professionally publish the book. And I had to figure out a way to crowdfund $3,000 worth of pre-orders for a novel that people weren't going to get in their hands for possibly 18 months to 2 years. I figured out a way to do it. It took me a few months, and I pushed and tried things and went through every obstacle you could think of until I finally found those things that worked. And I got the novel funded, and they published it. And I just kept learning from there because I became fascinated with the idea of authors doing it ourselves. the whole DIY indie author aspect of it. Now, I was no longer I left that publisher for a different publisher that didn't require any kind of crowdfunding, but I still market everything myself, whether that's paid ads, organic posting, non-social media marketing. There's so many things we can do, and I have this passion for paying it forward. I want other authors who are trying to navigate this weird industry. I want you guys to have it a little easier than I did. I want you guys to bypass some of the nonsense that I had to go through. And so I'm going to give it all out. I just give everything, every piece of knowledge I have, I give to you in this workshop. So I hope you join me. There is a $50 discount. I'll put that in the link. Please, I'm going to link it here, down there, somewhere. I'm going to just make it so that you can find it easy. And it is April 5th, and I hope you guys sign up, and I hope to see you there. We had a blast doing it last year. If you want to check some testimonies and reviews, they're in some of my previous posts. So I will see you there.